Okay, a bit of a day for weird planes today. This guy's another weird one. Not a well-known plane at all. Sky Pilot, it calls itself, and I believe it said the company name was Tian Sheng. And it says all sorts of very strange things on it, actually. On the side there it says air shaking flying, which is not deeply reassuring. On that wing it says firm and brave. It also says FPV on it, but I don't know what they mean by that. I mean, maybe you're supposed to mount an FPV camera down there, but I don't know. There was nothing particularly about that. I want to turn on the camera here, which is going to be between the sun and everything. It's going to be hard to do. I think I'm going to have to lose my glasses. I'm trying to... Okay. That's on. Now the problem is that the mode button's always the most difficult one to reach. Okay, that I think was the mode button, and that's the video button. So we hope it's recording now. Yeah, it's blinking. That means it's recording. It's kind of fiddly to do, but I don't see how to get around that issue much. I got to attach it somehow. Well, it did come with a mount, to be honest, but it's a bit weird, the mount, and I never use it. That looks okay. Famous last words. The propeller came right off this guy in flight once because the nut came unscrewed, but I'm pretty sure I've got the nut tightened up now. Bright, low sun. Got to be really careful to stay away from that, because it blinds you so easily that. This guy, if you do cut the power on this guy, you should hopefully glide in fairly safely, so long as he's not got a major obstruction in front of him. He's obviously got some hanger rash on it. No, it's not all hanger rash, some of it was postal rash. When I got this guy, the box he was in was kind of crushed, and he was already somewhat damaged in the box.
Throttle cut off.
Okay. Let's see what we can do. Come on. Does not have working flaps. Looks as if he's got flaps marked out on the wing. So I suppose you could add flaps, but that's not per se a feature. I mean, they don't mention that. They're just marked out. I mean, it looks, when you look superficially at him, as if he's got flaps, but they're just a solid part of the wing at the moment. You could cut them out and put more servos on, but I don't think he needs flaps much anyway, really. He has always seemed to make a lot of noise and vibration, even when you're not giving him all that much power. And I don't know what that is about. So that's pretty, oh, it's not quite a glide, but it's almost a glide. Whoa. He doesn't roll worth a damn, I'll say that. That was intended to be a roll at the top there. But he doesn't roll worth a damn. He loops okay, but he don't roll worth a damn. I don't know, I think he's meant sort of for gentle FPV flying, although they don't sell any actual FPV gear for him, but I think their idea is that you'd mount an FPV camera pointing through that hole in the nose, perhaps, and fly him FPV. I don't think they sell an FPV version anyhow, not to my knowledge. I'm not sure whether they sell the plane at all anymore. I haven't seen it. It's not a well-known plane. I just happened to see an ad for it on the internet at a fairly reasonable price and thought, oh, that seems reasonably priced and looks vaguely interesting. Let's give it a go. And a couple of months later, it turned up from China. I don't know how long it took, to be honest. But I do remember it was quite damaged when it came. I remember that. I remember it was in a fairly small box, and the box had got kind of squashed in the post, had something heavy put on top of it, so the canopy was squashed and the fuselage was kind of a bit bent, and it was a bit of an exercise straightening things out just to get it together and get it flying. It's flown a few times since, but as I say, it's I don't know. It's a weirdo plane. It's honestly a weird plane. It's got a reasonable amount of power. It'll loop fairly happily, but it doesn't roll worth a damn.
Time remaining 5 minutes. High rates.
We were in low rates, but last try. No, it really does no roll. Even in high rates, it has nothing resembling sensible roll control. I mean, it has minimal control that you can get it back under control and level, but no, you can't roll it sensibly, even in high rates.
Mid-rate.
We'll put it back in mid-rates. I guess that'll do for now. I just wanted to give him an outing, you know. Stop these things becoming complete hanger queens. I mean, hanger. Whatever, he's a queen particularly, but anyway. I think he does, you know, okay, that's a glide. That's power off. And I know he sort of flies power off because, as I say, I lost the propeller in flight once and he didn't completely crash. I'll put some power back on, but yeah, I mean, he does glide quite nicely. I mean, he's not a glider, but you could glide him into a landing, and I did, because as I say, the propeller flew clean off. Fortunately, I was flying him over the runway. So the pusher propeller flew clean off, landed on the propeller landed on the runway. I was able to find it. And the plane I was able to control and bring into a glided landing, despite having, now he is a tail dragger. Yeah, see? And that was a power off landing. I mean, I cut the power as he came in. The propeller was windmilling. I'm sorry, I'm going right into the sun here, but I haven't got much choice. At least I didn't fly him into the sun. I landed him into the sun, but at that point, that was okay. I didn't blind myself landing him. There we go. The Tian Sheng, whoops, I'm pulling the... It's a bit odd that it opens at the front. You'd think it would open at the back. You'd think it would be more logical to make the canopy open at the back, so there wouldn't be any danger of it coming open in flight. But they made it pull up at the front. And why he says ING on the front, I don't know, unless that's meant to be an advertisement for the bank, or unless they think it means something else, I don't know. Powerful, brave, firm, high performance, according to what's written on it. Although also it says shaking, so you can't complain that it vibrates, I suppose. Oh well. I think that's about as well as it ever flew. I have to, unfortunately, because of the difficulty, I've got to get in here to turn this guy off. That should be off now. There we go. So there you go. The Tian Sheng Sky Pilot flies again.